Hi guys, it's me, Becca Laurie Hector, your BS detector, and I'm here with this week's Truth Nugget, your midweek, safe for work, tidbit of truth from me, yours truly. So here we are, it's the middle of the week, and I'm sort of in the second half of my Wednesday, wanting to share with you a little bit of truth telling, right? Some of the stuff that I think about when I think, geez, I really wish that the world would kind of pull back the curtain on it and kind of share with me what's really going on. So here's some brutal truth, right? I think a lot of people think that self-reliance is equal to self-love. And I'm going to have to say, nah, disagree, wah, wah. The concept of self-reliance, meaning that you rely only on self, right, is actually not a very healthy way to take care of yourself. And so what I usually tell to people is it's not that you want to be self-reliant, it's that you want to be self-capable, right? You want to know that you can take care of yourself when need be if you are left to your own devices, right? That you don't fall into some kind of codependent relationship where you rely on another person so much that you're not able to take care of yourself, right? That's, I think, what especially I think for professional women, that is, I think, our biggest fear, right? Is sort of, I need to make sure that I'm self-reliant. And so being self-reliant is the way I take care of myself. But those two thoughts kind of don't equate with each other. They don't make sense together. So I'm going to say, truth nugget, self-reliance is not self-love. Self-love is an entirely different concept, which doesn't mean that you have to like yourself all the time. Self-love is also not self-like. Self-love means that you value yourself enough to take the time to make sure that your needs are met. Which doesn't mean that you can't care about other people. What it means is that only when you are taken care of can you do your best to take care of other people, right? When you have left over, because you're all taken care of, you can start to give it away, right? If we give away what we don't have, we'll never make anything, right? So if we give away energy that we don't have, or we give away parts of ourselves that we don't really have for ourselves yet, right? We're kind of cutting ourselves short, and that's not really loving yourself. Loving yourself, I think, is really more about respecting your boundaries, figuring out what your boundaries are, setting them up and respecting them for yourself, figuring out how to find a fulfilling life, how to live a fulfilling life, making sure that you're living a balanced life, right? Making sure that not only are your basic needs met, but you're also having fun, and that you're also learning things, and you're keeping your brain occupied, right? And that you're also making sure that the people that you care about are taking care of their needs, right? The other thing we don't want to do is to fall into a trap where we're doing so much self-love that we stop thinking about other people or asking other people to take care of their own selves and their own needs. So I think what I'm sharing with you today is the idea that being self-reliant, which is not a healthy way to exist, right? Because everybody needs, I'm so sorry, I keep moving around. Everybody needs help, right? Nobody does things truly independently, right? If you go to somebody for your taxes, you are doing something interdependent, right? You are not self-reliant in that moment, right? So but if we all tried to do it ourselves, right? If you tried to do your taxes and take care of your household budget and do a good job at work and be a great parent and be a good friend and a good spouse, you'd be driving yourself nuts when it's easier to pass that off to someone else and ask for their help, right? And so in that sense, that's what I'm asking you to do with self-love, is sort of think about that, right? It's not being self-reliant, it's loving yourself enough to pick and choose what you need, what you want to do, what you want to pay attention to, right? And then looking at the other things and saying, gee, can I ask for some help with that, because that's the kind of love that I need. Or I'm not taking enough time for myself to do my hobbies during the week, and so I'm an angry, resentful person. And so self-love means cutting away some time, maybe with other people, to spend with yourself. Because true self-love isn't about liking who you are, it's about loving yourself enough to love yourself through the uncomfortable, to love yourself through all of your mistakes, to love yourself through your successes and championships too, but be ready to love yourself even when you kind of screw up. right? I mean, that's the truth, right? It's that we beat ourselves up more when we screw up than anybody else. You spend more time with you than anybody else, right? So in that process, what I say to you is don't think so much about being self-reliant. Think about loving yourself, learning to like yourself enough that even when you mess up, you still take care of yourself. So that's what I'm offering up today. That's my truth nugget, my little tidbit of truth for your midweek. And I am actually going to be adding a third little video in your week. So look for it on Friday. I'm going to be adding a new segment called the F word. And we're going to be doing some pick an F word for that week. And I'll kind of be gearing the video for a really short and sweet way to motivate you through your weekend, to stay focused, to think about the things you want to be thinking about, and maybe avoiding some of the things you should be avoiding. So keep a lookout on Friday for the F word. And of course, No BS is on Sunday. So you can find me on all of those days here on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe. At some point, a little bubble is going to come up, so you can go ahead and subscribe to that. And you can go ahead and watch some of my other videos. I will see you guys next Wednesday for my next Safe for Work Truth Nugget of the Week.